Speaking of kind of weird.
All right, so this is an article on the Sun. Obviously, we all know the Sun is a shit rag. Like, we all know that. But what they say here is it parrots what I've been saying, right? And so, from the sources which I've had, what I've corroborated, this is mainstream media catching up. And coincidentally, after this news broke, there were several other articles saying very, very similar things from unassociated media outlets from the Sun. So it's all worthwhile taking a look at anyway, because when mainstream media starts talking about the stuff which, I've been covering for like a year or so, it's always fun when they catch up. It's like, oh, okay, you finally caught up. But it's interesting. So Doctor Who is facing an axe as lead star Ncuti Gatwa quits amid woeful ratings and fans' fury at woke storylines. So a lot of this is just basic truth. So the recent series suffered abysmal ratings, with fans outraged by the BBC shoehorning wokery into storylines. That's true. It's had the worst ratings of any Doctor Who ever. So that's true. Bosses have apparently postponed any decision until Ncuti's second season has aired. We know that anyway. So they're supposedly waiting for, basically they're waiting for Disney to confirm or deny whether they're going to give them some more money or not. Because the BBC's already admitted that they can't make this show without a partner. They've already admitted that. But yeah, apparently it's already believed. Ncuti Gatwa is believed to have already filmed his regeneration exit scene. I can confirm that's true. I know that. I've been told that by people that have worked on the series. And crew fear that the BBC will shelve the show after 62 years. So an insider says Ncuti doesn't want to be tied to the series beyond this and plans to relocate to Los Angeles with several Hollywood projects standing by for him. His team also sees a lot of fan backlash from the series and doesn't want the perception of him still being the Doctor to get in the way of any future work. That's smart. Could be the case. Who knows? Says further, the show has been poorly managed in recent years, and there's a lot of people who've been working on the show for years and now being cast aside due to poor leadership. People warned some episodes were getting too caught up on agenda rather than telling a story, and those people got shouted down or ignored. Now, that we know actually that that's the case, because Russell T Davies has literally come out and said, I'm making Doctor Who as a gay, homoerotic autobiography. I mean, not obviously those exact, it's not a direct quote, but he's basically said, yeah, I'm telling my queer stories that I've lived. So like, well, no one wants to watch this shit, mate. Like, what? Where's the market for a gay autobiography? Like, seriously, come on. There's not a massive one, bud. So that's true. It just kind of basically the brunt of it is that it's looking like the crew working on in Cardiff, they've been told to go home now, so it's wrapped. They're done. That's true anyway, because Bad Wolf Studios, where this is filmed, they'd already announced on Instagram that Doctor Who doesn't film there anymore, so they're done. An insider said, word on the set is that the BBC will shelve the series for at least 5 years. The crew were told not to hold their breath for work on the series for at least 10 years. As we scramble to find work, those responsible get to ride off onto another well-paid project without any repercussions. Filming wrapped on Friday afternoon with no fanfare or celebration. So pretty bad stuff. A spokesperson for the show said Doctor Who has not been shelved. As we previously stated, the decision on season 3 will be made after season 2 airs. The deal with Disney Plus was for 26 episodes, and exactly half of those still have to transmit. So you are admitting that the deal's done after this series has aired, and if they don't re-up it, you're not going to continue it, basically, is what they're saying. So, and then you've got the Radio Times running cover for the BBC as well. Of course they do. massively running cover. Just been like, oh, it's not shelf. No, it's really good. Blah 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 blah. I just thought this was fun to talk about, really, because it's mainstream media catching up. I say mainstream media, the Sun's not exactly a great source. I understand that, but they are corroborated and catching up finally to the things which we've said for many, many times. And it has come true. Also, you can't go out there and tackle fans that these people were like, oh, go touch grass. For every one person that leaves, we'll get 3 more LGBTQIA people watching. It's like, well, that didn't fucking work out, did it, mate? You completely screwed up. So
this was a massive fail. The choices made from the chick doctor to this guy, and even the David Tennant interim, none of it worked out. And David Tennant's a fool anyway, so and that's been well revealed. Even back then, it was being well revealed. So when you look at this thing's failure and the fact that Disney's not going to underwrite it anymore, and Disney underwrites everything woke, that's a bad sign.
But it never reached the Nielsen's, did it? Never got onto the Nielsen charts at all, this show.
Well, neither did Skeleton Crew. So there's that.
No.
I mean, it's like it's pretty easy to figure out what's complete garbage and what's not. And the fact that we know for a fact that, at least as far as Disney Plus is concerned, the numbers from Nielsen are 100% accurate because it's built into Disney Plus. And if you don't know to go shut it off, you are giving them all that data. So it's accurate data as far as I'm concerned. It can't be any more accurate than that.
Yep. Go on, Bo. What nuggets of wisdom or epic insults do you have to share?
Doctor Who, Doctor Pooh, more like. Oh, what a surprise! Shitty Gatwa ran it into the ground. Oh yeah, what a surprise! Big surprise. I tell you what, I've always thought Doctor Pooh was crap. I've never liked it. Never. It first punctured my consciousness in the late 80s when it was Sylvester McCoy. And when I was 7, 8 years old, I just instinctively thought, this is crap. This is crap. I've never, ever liked it. So now it's become truly awful, truly diabolical. Then, yeah, of course, I just want it to die and go away and never come back. Yeah. I tell you what, Doctor Who jumped the shark. I've said this before. I'll say it again. It jumped the shark after the intro theme of the first episode in 1963. You know that the original old early 60s electronic do 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 do. Right, that's good. Right, that's it. After that, the whole thing fell off a cliff and never recovered. So yeah, I want it to go away and die and never come back. That'd be great for me. Fuck Doctor Who.
Well, I also think there's definitely some like, I don't know, bad PR about this, isn't there? Because they changed loads of stuff for this show. They gave him like a weapon thing with like Rwandan stories written in it, and it's like, yeah, well, after what happened last summer, Rwandans are not massively high on people's, like positive radar at the moment, are they? Let's be honest.
Can anyone think of any example ever when they race swapped or gender swapped something and it went down brilliantly? It was a fan favorite.
One thing.
All the diehard fans were like, more of that, please. Go on. Go.
One thing. Denzel Washington taking over as the equalizer from the original television screens to the film screen. Denzel was a black man taking that role. But it felt very natural, and it happened at a time when we weren't watching this happen to everything.
What about Nick Fury?
Yeah, that's actually probably another good example. But I mean, that's, again, you're talking about two stellar actors stepping into roles in a situation where it hadn't been done all that often. I mean, it's not like we're trying to sell you a princess that's black in historical times in the UK, that becomes queen and, has her head removed.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, and people are still pushing for a black Cleopatra, which is hysterically funny. you know.
So obviously not true.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
But with characters like Nick
we
Fury,
know the lineage.
yeah,
Greek Macedonian. We know the lineage.
yeah.
No. Definitely Cleopatra. Definitely black. Oh,
no. Gal Gadot would be more accurately,
Hmm.
you know, be a portrayal of Cleopatra. But anyway,
no, she'd be too attractive. Cleopatra was actually quite ugly. To be fair.
yeah. Thank goodness for all that lovely art.
Famously quite rancid looking.
Well, she must have had a great way with snakes. Anyway, that was a great joke. Nobody laughed.
I laughed.
All right. Anyway,
we all laughed. What's wrong with you?
all right. Well,
anyway,
look,
whatever. We'll move on from this.
well, no, he asked a question. I was like, with very limited exceptions, I think that you just can't and shouldn't do it, especially not in pop culture. You know, once something's established, you just can't go back and, you know, change the horse. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Doctor Who, I look forward to hearing that it's cancelled. It's going to be very funny. And I look forward to all the excuses that they give, because that's always the fun part. Is like, well, actually, we did it. We didn't really cancel it. We just didn't renew it. You should fucking cancelled it then. Yeah, it's having a nap. We're just not going to bring it back for 10 years. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So you cancelled it then. I love the excuses, so I'm looking forward to that. But